Hey guys, it's Jonathan here at the Fort Lauderdale Auto Show, and I want to compare two EVs that are on the same platform. Right behind me is the Kia EV6. So if you saw it in Chicago, but now it's on the floor, we can actually, get inside of and experience the vehicle to some degree. The one that I'm comparing it to is the Hyundai Ioniq 5. And so I'm going to check those two out, see, is there a difference between them? What do you get? What do you lose? Let's check it out. Hey guys, it's Jonathan Bird here with Exclusively Baranoff Realty here in Sunny Isles Beach, Florida. And really quickly, before we get started, I just want to remind you, if you're looking for a home in the South Florida market to buy, sell, or lease, call your agent at myagentjonathan@gmail.com. Secondly, for those of you who are looking to get into real estate investing, maybe you want a vacation home for your family, might I suggest where I am right now. This looks just like a hotel room, but this is actually a condo hotel, meaning that you are able to short-term rent these units. So you can rent it either through the hotel's rental program or on your own through Airbnb or VRBO. Whether you want to rent the property on your own or put it in the rental program, you're able to stay at the property multiple times per year. And then when you're gone, you rent it out again and let it continue making you money. This is an incredible real estate investment option. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching. Enjoy today's video. This indentation here is actually how you lock the vehicle. You're actually gonna push on the back side of it and then reach your hand around. That's kind of odd. Anyways, we're gonna pull it open. Let's step inside the EV6. So as I'm sitting here, first thing I notice, there are charger ports in here. There's a USB and USB-C on either side, but the distance, guys, where this is, so far. Here is the pedal, here is the charger. You are reaching so far to get this from where you're actually sitting. So whatever you plug under there is absolutely going to stay. You've got some more chargers here, but again, still just a far reach. You're literally going up under the dash. And I know you may not be able to tell this on the video, but perhaps there's a rhyme or reason for that. But straightforward for the uneducated person just coming into this vehicle, it's ridiculous. You've got a prominent start-stop button here. There is heated and cooled and heated steering wheel controls. Also, you've got this rotary dial for your gear selector. This is what we've seen with Hyundai, also Ford, kind of popular, but I will say that this material is so cheap. Plastic Barbie Playhouse material. What were they thinking? I'm not sure about that. You've got a wireless charger here. Other than that, it's a very minimalistic interior. This is probably the more buttons are right here than are on the center controls. It's a very airy feeling thanks to this floating console design. All right, so sitting in the back of the EV6, the seats, do they recline? Because I'm sitting very far back. Yes, they do. Oh, all right. Yeah, they do. Okay. This is actually very comfortable. One thing that is kind of the norm for electric vehicles is that the floor is actually really close to you. Your feet sit up a lot higher than you would normally sit or that you would really be expecting to sit. Even if you have never been in an EV, you will notice that you're, instead of sitting like, this, your knees like this, they're like this. So your feet are quite elevated. Also, there is no room to put your feet under the seat above you. So this is all the space that you have. Now, because this isn't EV, you do have a flat floor all the way across, so your third row passenger is not having to deal with a transmission tunnel. So let's see if we can sit in the middle. And yeah, we can. But as tradition with the center row, it is a harder seat, but there is space. So if you have, if you want to put 3 people in here, again, you can do that for shorter journeys, but honestly, this is going to be a space for 2 people in the back because you are more than likely going to be sitting like this with your leg stretched out a little bit because there's nowhere to put it in front of you. Now this is a sloping roof line, but the roof line really tapers off well behind the rear occupant, so there is plenty of room back here for headroom. Again, I'm 6'1", and I have plenty of room. Other than that, your door seals are pretty high, so maybe a moonroof, if it's available, would be a good option for this vehicle. The seats, I don't know, there's so much plastic in this vehicle. Maybe it was a weight-saving measure because it's an EV, but I'm just not happy with the amount of plastic that's in here. Also, really the grade of plastic that's being used in it. This is really like, I don't know. I'm sure there is a reason for it, whether it may be hopefully beyond just cost savings. But other than that, there's really nothing to it. Now, this vehicle is about $50,000, and that's a lot of money to pay for so much plastic. If you're in the market for the EV, if you really like the looks for it, hey, go out and test drive it. But for my money, I would probably look at something more like the Tesla Model 3, maybe even the Ford Mustang Mach-E. As much as I don't like the name, I did drive that or ride along in that vehicle in Chicago, and it is a really, really good EV. If you haven't seen that video, I'll put the link above. Anyways, let's go check out the trunk area. So here in the back of the EV6, this is going to be a very distinguishable vehicle on the road with this incredible light bar design. The latch for the gate is right under here. It is electronic, of course. Huge opening here. Very low lift gate. As you see, your license plate would fit right there. It's going to fit somewhere right above my knee. So again, at 6'1", this is a very low, very easy to get things in and out of this vehicle. There is a lip right here to keep things from rolling out of the vehicle. So that's really good. Maybe a little, I don't know, weird storage down there. And an electronic gate to close. All right, guys, I'm going to show you really quickly the Hyundai Ioniq 5. Show you really quickly inside this Ioniq 5. Very much a lot of times what we saw with the Kia EV6. Of course, they do share parts, of course, with these handles like we just saw. But let's step inside here. All right, sitting inside of the Ioniq 5. Interesting, it doesn't have the badge here, just these 4 dots. And this is the Ioniq 5, but there are 4 dots. I don't know what the 4 dots represent, actually. Anyways, we've got these 2 screens across here like we've seen again in the EV6. Like taking a hint from Apple with this white bezeling here. Don't see that too often at all. You've got the steering wheel here, which is kind of a little bit of a flat bottom here. And like we saw with the EV6, again, there is this long reach here. Guys, here are the pedals. Here is the USB. And this is where I'm sitting. It's all the way down there. So not sure what that's for, what you would put down there. I can't imagine anything that I plug in that I don't readily need available. Better than the EV6 though, there are charging ports right here. However, interestingly enough, these are all USB. The EV6 has USB-C. These are just regular USB. Nice cup holders here. Again, a very open and airy design here because actually there's less center console than there was with the EV6. Navigation. It's a little laggy, not the fastest responding touchscreen. And there is no haptic feedback. This is actually, I don't know if this is kind of far to reach, especially with the number pad being all the way to the right side. I can definitely imagine a shorter person having a hard time reaching this. So if you remember with the EV6, it had a start button here and a rotary knob for the gear selection. This one, start button's right here, and this is the gear selector right here. So you're pretty much, I guess, going to just twist this and press it for park and brake. Again, something we saw with Mercedes. I know that Teslas also have that, but they also have those parts using it from Mercedes. Activation for the lights here. There's no actual button, just a sensor. Very nice how dimming on and off. And like oh no, this is an incandescent bulb. The EV6 had a LED bulb. This has incandescent. The reading lights are LED though. I hate when they do that. All right, guys, sitting in the back of the Ioniq 5, comparing it to the EV6. Now, these seats, do they still recline? Yes, they do. Actually, a little bit more room in this one than the EV6, actually, and substantially more headroom. This also has that sloping roof line, but again, that tapering starts well behind your head, making full use of that hatchback design. This is a more squared off design than the EV6, so that really helps out. As far as your feet being higher than the normal, like in the EV6, this one actually feels a little bit more normal. Also, you can actually put your feet under the seat in front of you in this vehicle. Now, if you're wearing boots, it's not gonna happen, but this will actually allow you to do so. So that's really good. This is a fully electric vehicle, so you've got a flat floor all the way across on the side. Middle seat, you can actually fit in this one a little bit better than you can in the EV6. So if space is what you're going after, this is the vehicle that's better than the EV6. Now, I don't know if it's kind of just the market or the options list, but this one, the EV6 had a lot of plastic in it. This one has more cloth and rubber, and even though they're not the best, I guess, feeling materials, it is better than what you had in the EV6. No plastic on the back of the headrest of the seats. When you're on the door actually has it's a plastic, but a little more like a rubberized plastic. So it is a lot nicer back here. Still a little bit darker, but there's window seals I don't think are as high. So the greenhouse is a little bit bigger. You get more light in it. Of course, if you can option a sunroof, please do. Your passengers will be very thankful. Still same cup holder that we saw in the EV6. Not really too much has changed. Nice little LED light here, but there are no reading lights, which is worth mentioning. Back here, the rear occupants get a USB, 2 USBs back here. Again, no USB-C. I'm not sure if this vehicle is just, not optioned as such, but there should be USB-C. I mean, I don't know why there wouldn't be. Anyways, let's go check out the trunk. All right, guys, that's it. Let me know what you think. Me personally, I like the Ioniq 5 because it goes head first into the whole futuristic EV robot theme. It's not trying to walk the line between a typical vehicle and an EV. So I really like this one. We'll see how it does with their sales. All right, guys, thanks.